We are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 150. Holy shit, we made it this
Really,
far.
150?
We're at 150. Jesus. I don't
Hey,
know how.
let's go.
But we are here joined by not one, but two very special guests. Originally, this was announced. It was going to be So El Unico. Chris Barton is back on the podcast, but he's brought us a special friend here. So, special guest, can you tell us a little bit? Who are you? Who are we talking to today? Oh, did we lose him?
We lost him already. Oh, no, he's there. Alex, you got to put yourself over, bro.
Yeah, we're giving you the space here to put yourself over, bro.
All right, so my name is Alex Polanco. I'm the co-founder of Inferno Fight Club. I can't believe we're on our fourth show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Again, this is
Yeah,
the reason we're here.
If I'm a little bit slow. This is actually my very first podcast. I've actually always wanted to do this.
All
Hey,
good,
look at
man.
that.
All good. It's gonna be fun. It's a fun one. Like we
Yeah.
talked about off the air. It's gonna be good. But like he
This
said,
is one of my favorite podcasts to go on. I'm so serious.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of these. I actually enjoy it.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Thank you guys. But again, we're here to talk all things IFC. As
Hey.
you guys are collaborating with Superkick. Let's show both versions of that lovely poster right there. There you go. We got both up right there. So again, that's going to be the collaborative effort that will be coming July 7th. So we're less
Yes,
than
Yeah.
2 weeks away there. So it's again
Wow.
time
Yeah,
to
I can't believe it, man.
We're actually about 2 weeks. Fucking A.
And it's actually a week before our 1 year anniversary because we did our first 16th.
Yeah, our first show was the 16th. Man, it's great. I don't know if we ever touched. I don't. Ray, is this like my third time on the show?
I want to say, I think I want to say third or fourth because you've done a few.
Yeah.
That was just you, then
Right.
with Dom. So I want to say a good like 3 or 4th time that you've been on here. So
Yeah, I know I did one with you for the first show we did.
yeah, we
Mm.
did that
And then-
breakdown.
Yeah, that was. I remember that one. That was when I got the news that Casanova couldn't make it, and that was a whole fucking thing. Whatchamacallit though. But yeah, man, I don't think we ever touched on how this show came to be.
No, we haven't yet. And I was gonna ask because I've seen you've almost made Canada like your second home now.
Yes.
I would assume something like this would be in the works. So talk to us a little bit about how, again, doing the Canada shows, how that's been, and now how we get to this collaborative effort on July 7th.
Absolutely. So I've been going to Superkick now for the past well over a year. I think the show I did this past weekend makes my 10th tour of Canada.
Hey, nice.
I think so. It could be 10th or 11th, but
that's
so-
even crazier. That's again the number.
So I
just came
remember
out.
when I went last year, the owner, Chris Chambers, who behind the scenes is a good friend of mine, was talking about doing a show in the United States because they've been in Superkick now for about 9 years, I believe. And they wanted to start branching out and doing shows all over the U.S. They want to do shows all over the world, basically turn it into a worldwide brand. Yo, what's good? Knucklehead Network. Shout out to these guys, man. So Superkick was supposed to do a show a few months ago in April. I won't get into details about who, what, where, any of that stuff, but they're supposed to do a show in April here. Unfortunately, things fell through, and I told Chambers, hey, man, I'll work with you. We'll do something here, and we'll do it for the summer. And you know what? I'm a man of my word, and now, please excuse the train. I live in Bushwick. You have to
It's
sabe.
all good. It's all good. It's all good.
But here we are now. We got a show in less than 2 weeks, and I think we put together a solid card. I know for some people who are local who go to the shows out here, they may not be too familiar with some of the Superkick guys, but I promise you this card has the potential to be one of the best cards IFC's ever produced. And it's going to be fucking sick.
Just seeing the announcement, I was like, I was like, okay, what could possibly happen? Who's going to come through? What names could possibly be a part of this? And it's a stacked card. You got some of the best that Superkick has to offer, some of the best IFC in the area has to offer. So definitely, this is going to be a fun one to break down here. But before we get into that, let's go back to the comments as well. We got Wes and Kyle joining us here. What's going on, guys? Thank you always for the support.
What's up, guys?
I'm glad they're here to support.
What's up,
This is a little bit of an early one, so thank you.
I think they're
guys
coming to the show as well. I believe they told me they were coming July 7th.
I would assume because they love coming to the Mecca. Again, the Mecca is home to some great shows. So
I I could be wrong. I think this is their first IFC show, unless they went to the one in December. I think this might be their first show for IFC
there
they
you go.
went to.
Dave is pulling up.
There you go. Oh, look at that. We got Dave in the chat as well. Look at that. He
Hey,
says he's
yo,
pulling
what's
up.
good,
There you
Dave?
go. There you go.
Hey,
One half of
that's my
Scott Rico
guy.
right there.
I love
Yeah,
Dave,
also-
bro.
Get our biggest
There you go.
crowd.
Shout out again
The
to
way
the
things are.
Knuckleheads.
Look.
Knuckles.
And look at that. We got
Smiley.
Smiley in the chat. Who
Yo,
also we'll be
Smiley's on the
talking
card
about.
as well, bro. We're gonna break his match down. He got a fire match.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah.
forward to that
He
one.
has a
So we'll be talking
fire
about that
match on the card.
in a little bit. But you know what? Before we get to the rest of the card, because I want to get a big match out of the way. We're gonna start hot with this one. We're gonna start
Let's
hot
do
with the preview. Let's start with your match, bro.
Oh man,
Because this one, there's a lot going on because not only again is it this huge event, it's IFC versus Super Kick. You have all this going on, and then you're gonna face someone that I know you know very well, a man that is not only just like a brother, but truly is a brother of yours in this business, in Gabriel Sky. Not only is it just a normal one-on-one contest, it's for that remarkable championship. So talk to us about this. Why in a show like this? Again, the stress is already there. We talked about it off air.
Yeah.
It's getting you. So why would you want to face a guy like this at this show and for these stakes for that remarkable championship?
You know what? If you look at the story, because there is a story, right? And it's a story that has been told for years now between myself, Gabriel Sky, Dom, Tristan, Kono, Reefer. Like we all came up in the same place together. And each of us went down completely different paths while still staying on the same road. We all kind of went on a path on our own. And, you know, Gabe has been in there with Dom. He's been in there with Tristan. He's been in there with Reefer. He's been in there with Kono. He's been in there with just about every single person in our crew. And the one person who has eluded him in a singles capacity has been myself. We've worked together in multi-mans. We worked together in the fucking War Games match we did a few months ago. We worked together even in Super Kicked, ironically enough. And it's funny because if you want to just tie things into IFC versus Super Kicked or IFC X Super Kicked, sorry. Last year, myself and Gabe were the final two. We were in there, beating it out, slugging it out with each other. And he got the win. So here we are now in the singles capacity 1 year later. I'm a completely different wrestler. I am in the best shape of my life that I've been in a very long time. Mentally, I'm there. I'm ready. I'm driven. I'm focused. I'm determined. And you know what? Me and Gabe are going to go in there. And you know what? I'll walk in there with respect. I don't have any disrespect towards Gabe. I know we've had a rocky relationship the past year or two, but I'm going to walk in there with respect. And I'm going to leave for remarkable heavyweight champion. And that's just what's going to be. So, Gabe, I hope you're ready, and I hope you've been training, and I hope you've been busting your ass, because I know you've been focused on other things. I know you're worried about Desmond Cole, July 8th, with next day. But guess what? You're not going to be champ. I know you're worried about Deadlocks Pro and Limitless and Beyond and all these other places you're working. Party may be looking past me. But make no fucking mistake about it, Gabe. You looking past me will be a big mistake. That's all I'm going to say.
Gotcha. Now, Alex, I have to ask you again. You're going into this. This is again a big show here for you. Your thoughts on this one? How a match like this? What does it mean for IFC here?
Wow. So this is history in the making right here. This is Barton versus Gabe Sky for the very first time ever, and I got the utmost respect for both of them. I've seen how both of them work in the ring, and they've come a really long way. So all I got to say is, may the best man win that night.
There you go. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing. Like it's one of those where you hate to see the brother versus brother, but I've seen all of you guys from the come up to now, and just seeing the evolution all of you have gone through. It's going to be one that, especially if you guys are there and you've seen just the tri-state, you know how special this match is going to be.
Can I add one more thing? And it's just something to take into account that I don't think a lot of people will realize. I'm probably Gabe's physically biggest opponent.
Oh yeah.
If you ever seen any of Gabe's title defenses, Akira, Martyr, Tristan, Davey Richards, Jordan Oliver, they're all great guys, but they're a lot smaller than El Unico.
Yeah.
Gabe hasn't been in there with a guy like me who could toss him around, whose kicks may not mean shit, who could fly all over the ring, but once he gets caught, that's it. None of those guys I mentioned before have my power, have my size, and have my strength. Man, listen, that's all I'm gonna say. You know,
Again,
we're here.
we go into this also, that comes into play, but also again that relationship, because again, you guys have come up together. You guys know what each other can do. You guys have been in that same dojo, that same camp where again a lot of the greats have come out of. This is going to be one where again, if you guys haven't already, get your tickets. Link in the description down below. Make sure you're there for this match because this is going to be one to see. But here we go. Also, we got so Wes and Kyle said this is their second show. The first one was when you guys did versus Battle Club and Fallout Shelter. So there you go.
I remember that one. Yeah, I could have sworn it was like their second show.
Yeah.
That Fallout show was really good, by the way. That was probably that was a lot of fun.
It's a great show again, which you guys, if you haven't already, go check it out on Title Match Wrestling Network as well. So here we go. We got Nino Cruz. We're gonna be talking about his match later on as well. Nino's been, so there you go. Let's see. I'm Team Barton all the way, though I respect both my brothers.
Hey, Nino knows what's up, man. Nino knows what's up.
It's a hard one. It's hard to want to pick. Like, I'm glad this isn't a prediction show. This is more of just we're talking about it because. Again, it's hard to pick between two brothers. It's just, we could say this. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Here we go. We got Nettie in the chat there saying, look at these guys. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us, Nettie. We love you always.
Miss you. I haven't seen her in so long.
Chris Barton is not one you want to mess with. Definitely not.
She knows. Ya tu sabe. She knows.
So
you already know.
There we go. We got Fave saying Barton. There we go.
Fave, what's up, yo? How you feeling?
Look at that. We got Max Bain even saying, love my guy.
Yo, listen. Unico got that Riz, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Unico got that Riz. Chris Barton. Come on.
There we go. Here we go. We got Smiley now saying, fun fact, I was on the second ever Super Kick show.
What?
Oh, man. Look at that.
What? Really?
In 2015. So there you go.
Yo, swing me that footage, bro.
Swing me that footage. So let's keep it going now. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
One hard-hitting contest. Let's go to the next one. As the guy, again, you know very well. A guy you've gone to many wars with and gone to battle, as it's going to be the second half of Fight or Fucking Die, as it will be Dominic De Niro going head-to-head with Dallas Kyle here.
That's my guy.
And again, this is one that I've been looking forward to seeing just because I like to do my research. I like to do a little bit of tape study and seeing what Kyle brings to the table here, just seeing what he's done, not only in Super Kick, but in up north itself. He's another heavy hitter. He likes to fight in there. He brings that style. So him and Dom, I'm glad this is in Jersey because this definitely wouldn't have been approved by the commission after what they're going to do on July 7th.
Absolutely not. If it would have been in New York, it would have been shut down a long time ago. All right.
So, yeah, that's going to be one hell of a fight there.
Oh, man.
Clips of Dallas Kyle within the last 2 days. So I'm going to keep it real. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with all the guys from Super Kick. I'm just learning of them like now. And I'm looking forward to what they're going to bring to the table on July 7th. I was actually watching Chris versus Dallas Kyle's. I don't like the outcome of it. But
I was just about to say, you look up Dallas Kyle wrestling. You know who you going to see? El Unico. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see El Unico whooping his ass. But you know what, though? Dallas is a tough bastard, bro. I've had 4 matches with Dallas Kyle this year alone. I wrestled a Fatal 4-Way against him in January. Beat him. We had a singles in February. He beat me, unfortunately. We had a match in March. I beat him. Laid me out at the endo. And then obviously in April, last man standing, El Unico came out victorious. Now, he's in the ring with someone who legally isn't allowed into the country of Canada. Right. Dominic De Niro. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. The only reason Dom is not in Canada is because he's legally not allowed in Canada. He's a bad motherfucker. When you look at a tough motherfucker, not has a moniker, but has a shoe, has a person, it's Dominic De Niro. And he's in there with Dallas Kyle in the Mecca, New Jersey, no rules.
There you go. Just for people to know. It's a shoe.
It's a shoe. It's a shoe. I've been trying to get him there for a long time. They won't let him in. And that's honest to God truth.
Hey, again, it's one of those you can see he's a bad motherfucker for a reason. So
bad motherfucker. But my money's on Dom, bro. Come on. Like,
I would assume. I'm
how
like,
much
yo,
about Dom?
it's gonna be like, nah, you know what? Dallas
You know,
got this.
Dallas got it. Dallas got it. Nah, it's Dom. Come on,
Yeah.
Dom. Like,
Yeah. No, that's
Dom.
definitely again. That's gonna be another one that is that hard hitting contest. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to see what Dallas does. Again, this isn't his home turf here. He's coming up to our side of the woods here, so I want to see is that gonna play a factor.
But you
He's
know what?
already
Though,
going into that fight.
with that, you can make an argument to say that it's because it's not in his neck of the woods and it's out of his comfort zone, that it's going to be a whole other energy that he's going to be bringing, because
This
he's
is
going to want
true.
to show out. He's going to want to listen. Sometimes you're at your home base, you get complacent. You know, you're a little bit more at ease. He's in an environment that he's not familiar with someone who he's definitely not familiar with. You know, and you know, Dom, they're gonna beat the fuck out of each other. But listen, Dom, as much as I love Dom, and I think Dom is gonna, you know, get the W. Dallas ain't somebody to mess around with.
Yeah.
Dallas is, there's not many people who have knocked me loopy, and Dallas is one of those people. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go. So Alex, for you, you've gotten to see Dom definitely work. You're getting a little more comfort with Dallas here. So your thoughts before we move on here with this one.
I haven't watched Dallas Kyle enough, but I've seen what Dom can do, and I gotta go with Dom. I mean, I think he's gonna take it.
There you go. So again, just remind people, there's a reason why it's a shoot right there. So
He's gonna keep saying it's a shoot.
Let's,
That's Dom's only comment. It's a shoot.
That's it. That's gonna be the only comment we keep going to.
It's a shoot.
It's a shoot. All right, here we go. We got Nino saying, look at that. Barton has been working hard and deserves it all. There you go.
Yo, bro.
There we go. They're putting Barton over in the comments today.
Yo, listen.
Daddy saying, miss you guys so much.
Miss you, Jeanette.
Max Bade saying,
Chris Barton goes crazy. I'm telling you. Chris Barton.
And there we go. Fight or die, top 10 fighter. There you go.
Exactly.
But there we go. We got Anthony Gamble also with the eyes. So
the eye emoji for what?
Oh.
Nah, I love you, Gamble. I'm just messing around with you, bro. Relax. You want Dom next? Is that what he's saying? He wants Dom next?
Maybe he wants the winner. Again, it's you never know.
Yo, Gamble and Dom. Yo, man, I was actually get the book out, Alec. Get the pencil out. Let's write Dom and Gamble.
Let's keep it going here. Let's talk about this one now. We're going to talk about, again, you mentioned him earlier. It's Chris Chambers going head to head with Colossal Mike Law. This is one I'm looking forward to because both have some tenure here. Both have a lot of experience they're bringing to the table. How did this one come together here? How are we getting
this
one? Yeah, take this one, Chris.
Oh, man. Chambers, if you're watching this, I love you. So Chris Chambers is unable to compete July 7th. Chris Chambers tore his pec, and he is in recovery mode. I'm not going to say how long he's going to be out for, but unfortunately, Chris Chambers will not be able to make it July 7th. And it's with that being said that there's an open spot. So Mike Law, if you're still willing, and if you're still willing to compete, which I know he is, lay the challenge out and see who wants to step into the Inferno to fight Mike Law.
Let us know in the comments.
But what I will say is Mike Law and Chris Chambers is going to happen at some point. Because when the match came together, like we were brainstorming ideas of what to do. And I look at Mike Law and Chris Chambers, two guys who've been doing this for well over 20 years. You wouldn't guess so because they both look so young. They both look like they're in peak physical condition. But both of them have been doing this for over 20 years now. Both of them. Yeah. Combined, over 40 years of experience. And it would have been the very best of the Northeast versus the very best in Toronto going against each other. Two vets who are at their fucking peak going at it. That would have been such a treat for the Ridgefield Park fans, but unfortunately, it's going to have to be delayed for another time. However, Mike Law, if you're still down, we'll compete. That's all I would say.
There you go. Again, I feel like every time we do one of these, there's always some news. Unfortunately, we have to.
As long as it's not with my match, that's all. It's all right. Nah, all jokes aside, Chambers will come back stronger, and that match will happen. We'll make sure that match happens. That's all I'm saying.
But again, definitely, it's going to be worth the wait. It's one of those where, again, like I said, you have that tenure there, both men, much experience, something they both will bring to the table. It's going to be one where it's gonna be worth the wait there. So guys, just stay up to date. Again, follow IFC so that way you know when this matchup will be coming into fully fruition there. Here we go. We got Yankee saying in the chat right there. Much love. This is where we want. There you go. So,
Yo, it's Yankee's that dude, bro. Yankee's that dude, man. Hope you're doing well, Yankee.
But here we go. We had one of them in the chat earlier. Let's go to this one. Let's go to 6-man war here.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's 6. It's truly some trios mayhem here, as it will be Project Mayhem, Smiley, Osito, and Eden going head to head with Ross, Bradley, and Rocket. Now, this is an interesting one because again, Project Mayhem has been tearing it up all around. They've been going everywhere. Ross and Bradley are known as a duo, but adding now Rocket to the mix. This is interesting. You could really call this, I guess, a true like Team H2O here coming to IFC and Superkick on July 7th.
Hey, listen, let's keep it a buck here. Both teams, with the exception of Rocket, unfortunately, have been on every single IFC event. Ross and Bradley, Project Mayhem, they've been on every single IFC event, right? Please excuse the music outside. Like I said, Bushwick, ya tu sabe. And then throwing Rocket in there. Rocket was on our second event, and Rocket fucking made a lasting impression, you know? This match, I'm probably the most excited for, to be honest. This match, just such a contrast of styles. I remember talking to Casanova Valentine a year ago, and he was like, when I watch wrestling, I don't want to see Ryu versus Ryu. I would like to see a Zangief versus Dawson. I'd like to see, E Honda versus Chun. Like, you want to see those clash of styles, and you have Ross and Bradley, these two hosses, these two monsters. You got Rocket, who is fucking athletic as hell, going in there with 3 other guys who are athletic as hell. You have the creative genius that is Smiley. And you have Elijah Eden and Osito as well, who probably one of the best tag teams coming up in the Northeast right now. This match is the match to look out for. Who I got my money on, though? I don't know, Alex. You got to take it away from here, bro. I don't know what I got my money on.
That's a really tough one right there. I've seen what Project Mayhem can do in Magic on our show and other companies as well. Ross and Bradley, I saw what they have been able to do the last 3 shows. Oh, you've been in the ring with Ross.
They tried to kill us, bro. What the fuck? Like
fucking brutal, man.
This is what they do, though. They bring that fight to you. Again, that's why I said this is labeled a trios match, or you could call it a tag match, 6-man tag, whatever you want to call it. But truly, this is going to be 6-man mayhem. Because it's going to be a fight. You're going to see
6-man mayhem. God damn it. We should have used that in the graphics. Isaac!
This is where you hit up the guy that does social for a lot. Remember this.
Oh, the guy's outside.
Yo, bro, 6-man. Yo, fucking hell. Wasted opportunity right there.
I see that on the graphic. I know where this came from. But
yo, I got you. We'll give you royalties for that.
It truly is going to be that, though. Because, again, it's that fight. There's 2 guys that bring that fight to it. You have the agility of Rocket, though, and then you add in just the craziness that these 3 in Project Mayhem bring. You add that innovator and Smiley. You add the new up-and-comers in Osito and Eden, who are coming into their own still, but have developed so well in so fast of a time. You've faced them before, Chris. You've seen what they can do in that ring, and you know the craziness that they can do, and it's still it's crazy how fast they're just clicking.
Dude, like that match, like I said, that match is probably going to be. I no disrespect to any of those men, but it's probably the match that a lot of people not have been sleeping on, but the match that like maybe fell a little bit under the radar. But that's probably going to be the match that like people coming out of the show is going to be like, yo, that match was fire.
Yeah. And that's the best thing, though, because again, it's one of those where, and you've been in a spot like that. When it's that sleeper match, it's like, okay, cool. Now I have something to prove here. Now I'm going to make sure I'm the match talked about for the rest of the night.
100%.
So it's one 100%. Of those. I can't wait to see what goes down with that one. But from that, this is a matchup that since it was announced has been the talk. And this is going to be interesting. Let's go to another fight here.
I know which one it is. I knew it.
It had to be. Because, again, this has been the talked match since it was announced. And this one just adds another level to it because you have Auntie yourself. You got Ruthless Lala coming back, ready to fight from her excursion all the way in Europe right now, taking over Germany, taking over just all over, taking on PJ Savage here.
Yeah.
How did this one come about? Because this one's interesting to think. Two that have no fear of fighting here. This is gonna be. It's a perfect fit for IFC. But how did we get this matchup to come about here for this
Bro,
show on July 7th?
I was at the gym. Like I was at the gym. I was working out, and I was thinking about, okay, what kind of match to put together for this show. And I knew I wanted PJ on the show. PJ hasn't been in IFC since the very first show. Just circumstances, just hasn't been on any other show since. Smiley, you're mad late, Smiley, with the comment.
I feel like he's watching on delay right now, but it's all
so I think
good.
on tape delay. He's watching an illegal stream of this fucking, this thing right here.
There you go. I'm doing something right. I'm being
WatchWrestling.net. Respect the craft. Sorry. But I was sitting there. I was like, yo, like, just coming up with different ideas, and I also about Lala, because Lala has been on the second show and our last show, and I'm like, yo, like, Lala versus PJ Savage. Like, I was saying it to myself, and I was like, yo, like, this is a fucking fight. Because, listen, reputation is everything in wrestling. Like, there's certain guys that I can name, and they have an aura. Like, Dan Moff has an aura about him. Homicide has an aura about him. There's so many guys I can name that just have that aura, that energy, just when you mention their name. And when I say Ruthless Lala and PJ Savage, there's an aura and there's energy that comes with that. And that's exactly what I wanted. And I wanted a match that was going to get people talking. Now, if I was going to do an intergender match, which this is actually the third intergender match in IFC.
Yes, it is.
First one was Lala Percy. Lala murked him. Then you had Cosmic in the Fire Frenzy last show. And now this is the third intergender match. And it's with fucking Lala, who is basically
I think it's our
a
fourth.
man without a penis, is what I say. And that's Lala. And Lala, like, PJ's fought a lot of guys, but Lala is Lala.
Yeah,
Lala
brings a fight. Like, this is one where Auntie does not. When she catches you with that lariat, it shows what it could do. Because it's something where you do not want to be hit by Lala. Like,
she's knocked out grown ass men. Like, I love PJ to death. Me and him had our own wars, but bro, she will knock your ass out. I'm telling you.
But again, I don't want to count out PJ either, because he's gone to war with some of the men you mentioned. He recently just went to war with Homicide, stood toe to toe with an NYC legend. He's currently holding, if I'm not mistaken, 2 heavyweight championships right now. So it's one of those where, again, it's truly going to be a fight. There's nothing.
But think about like this as well. I'm gonna give you a different perspective of things. Yeah. This is PJ's first intergender match. Yeah. PJ's never fought a woman. This is his first time in an intergender match. Now, when there's someone like PJ who's fought all these guys, right? There's a little bit of ego that comes with that. Let's be real here. If I was fighting fucking Homicide and all these guys, I'd have an ego as well. There's a little bit of ego that comes with that, right? And you may scoff at the thought, like, I'm wrestling Lala. I just wrestled Homicide, and I'm wrestling Lala. So I'm not saying that's his energy right now, but it very well could be, and you could possibly be sleeping on this match. But Lala is not a person to sleep on. And if PJ wants to win this match, he has to treat Lala like he treats everybody else. Or if not, Lala's going to knock his ass out. And that's my prediction. If PJ sleeps on Lala, he's getting put to sleep.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to throw out is I think they're both undefeated in the Inferno.
Yeah, they're both undefeated as well.
Yeah, so somebody is going to walk out with an L and have their undefeated streak broken July.
Somebody's taking an L. And it's not the Richfield Park fans, because they're going to have a blast July 7th.
There you go. But again, that's when we're now, again, that adds another element to it, because now it's like no one wants to take that first L. They want to continue their momentum. And like I said, both are coming with momentum already as well, because one's coming off that insane excursion right now. Lala's been taking it over. She wants to come back to the U.S.
You didn't even
and
get to
a
touch
victory.
on that either. Like she's in fucking Europe right now.
Yeah, she's been
Tearing
killing
it
it over
up.
there. Just
She's
had an
gonna-
awesome match at WXW. Killing
She's
it.
gonna. PJ, you got somebody coming from the UK and Europe right now. That's gonna whoop your ass.
I
Yeah,
think they're
this is,
right now too.
Bro,
I can't wait
what?
to see. I can't wait to see what's
They're
about to go down.
I'm excited for that one.
So there you go. And here we go. We got Nino saying Lala's awesome. I got her over PJ. I respect them to death. But you know what this is
Yo,
crazy
you
though. 'Cause
fucking the
everyone's
Gleason's
going-
people betraying each other. I see, huh?
Everyone's going. They're
much
putting
below.
this over here. I don't know. This might just make PJ have even more rage going into this. You guys might be doing counterproductive here. This might bring another side out of PJ when it comes to this fight. But hey, we'll see what
Listen,
happens.
for all
on
we know,
July 7th.
PJ could murk Lala. For all we know.
It might happen. Here we go. We got Zach
Might
Bruno
get
in the chat
surprised.
saying Barton knows the deal. There you go.
Yeah, man. I need context to that, but still, like, I do know the deal.
Here we go. Let's keep it going here. Let's talk about this one. Let's talk about another championship matchup here. So it's Is this a good
It's a good hell yeah.
Okay, I was worried. I was
Bro,
like, oh.
Bro, we only book badasses, bro. Like,
So let's talk about this 420 championship on the line here. You have Anastasia Morningstar going head to head with defending champion Taylor Rising. So talk to us about this and what that 420 championship resembles here for Super.
Man, Taylor Rising is on, no pun intended, on the rise right now. Up in Canada, she's tearing it up. She tore the house down with Alex Shelley a few months ago. She tore the house down with Chris Chambers. She's currently on Impact right now, tearing it up. Go look it up if you haven't already. She is on the rise, and she's probably one of the best women's wrestlers in the world right now. I would say just like that. And I am excited for her to make her U.S. debut against someone I look at as one of the best female wrestlers out here, Anastasia Morningstar. Now, Taylor, like I said, Taylor is athletic. She can fly all over the place. She has the strength and the power as well, but she's never been in the ring with someone like Anastasia Morningstar. Anastasia Morningstar is a beast. A beast. In the same vein as someone like a Ruthless Lala. Let's be honest here. Anastasia will suplex you off your boots, drop you on your neck, and laugh about it. This is the match I'm looking forward to. This match is going to be a fight, and this has the potential to be match of the night, to be honest with you.
Got the best of the U.S., best in Canada. You hear me?
That's right.
It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one here. Like,
Yeah, it will be.
It's one of those where, again, like I said, I like to do a little bit of research. I want to make sure. I seen that the first thing I saw was that match versus Shelley, and I was like, okay, if we can hang with again a vet like that, a man that's done it
With
all
the
in this
Impact
business,
World Heavyweight Champion.
like that tells you something.
Then you got Anastasia. Listen, Anastasia just came off a match with what? Willow Nightingale? Come on, bro. Like, this match is... We book badasses, bro. That's the phrase.
Again, it's you add the element of a championship match. So that's even more. That adds something. That adds something to a competitor where for Taylor, it's one of those where she doesn't want to come home empty-handed here.
Absolutely.
And Anastasia wants to secure, hey, if I win that championship, now I have to come to Canada. So it adds even more right there.
We're going to smoke a lot of weed after, too, whoever wins. 420, baby. Come on.
There you go.
Come on.
So let's keep it going. Let's move on to this next contest right here, as it's going to be. This one is talk to us this concept here for Superkick. What does it mean for a no rope chains match here? It's going to be Tommy Vendetta going head to head with Jesse V. Because I'm hearing this is one of their stipulations, right? If I'm not mistaken.
So, not to have any heat, Superkick did the chain rope match years ago.
Okay.
I know in New Jersey, you have ICW who kind of popularized it here in the States, but Superkick did it first. And we're bringing that match to the Mecca, first time in the Mecca, chain ropes. The ropes will be in chains. And this is a match that Jesse V has competed probably just as much as anybody else in Superkick. This is Jesse V's match.
Okay.
He's beating Chris Chambers. He's beating Jake something. He's beating Casanova Valentine in the chains. And now we're bringing in Tommy Vendetta, who was personally recommended to me by Chambers, who, if you're familiar in the deathmatch scene, has a pretty big name to himself. And now we have both of them coming in, making their debut in IFC. You have Jesse V coming to the States, defending the Super Kick Championship, making it the Super Kicked World Heavyweight Championship after July 7th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So not only is this, again, this is already high stakes. It's truly a fight. It's in the chains. And now it's a title match as well.
Yeah.
Hold up. Yeah, let's add something.
It becomes a world title after July 7th.
There you go.
So this is a fight. My money's on Jesse, just because Jesse is the face of Super Kicked. Jesse V is the guy in Super Kicked. He's held that championship so many times, and he's been the most consistent guy on that roster. And yeah, however, though, just as much as he has, there's not much for Jesse to gain, but there's so much for him to lose. And that's the one thing I'll say.
Gotcha. And no, and again, that's an important factor because you're adding, again, the championship in there, a match that you almost made a staple at your promotion. And then again, coming to a whole new territory for you. It's one of those where you have so much on the line there. But that could play a crucial con for Jesse V. Because it's now, again, you have all that on your mind. Are you focused on your opponent?
Listen, Tommy's done to snooze that, man. Tommy's good at what he does. And to go in there with Jesse, and like I said, it all goes down to the mindset, right? This is Jesse's match to win. It's in a match he's been in more time than just about anybody. It's for the Super Kick Championship, right? But, it could be the mindset of, I have this in the bag. That could be his downfall. Because like I said, the minute you sleep on somebody is the minute you get put to sleep. That's what I say. So, hopefully he's not looking past Tommy. And, we'll see what happens July 7th. That match is going to be a big match. That's actually going to be the main event of the year.
There you go.
Yeah, indeed it is. Top of that.
Yeah, we need time to put up those chains. So that's going to be the match of the evening, right? That's
also, it's going to be hard to follow right there, too. It's like that closes it out. Because it's going to be hard to be able to follow a fight like that. Now, I know you're gonna want to say this is gonna be hard to follow, but that's just for personal reasons.
Oh man, I'm not gonna say what.
We're gonna keep going here.
We're gonna keep it going. I'm gonna say that's the people's main event.
Got you.
That's what I'll say.
Let's keep it going here. Let's talk about two guys that are.
This
one I want to call it's called the single showcase, but I'm gonna say it's truly the Young Gun showcase here.
That's right.
Two guys that have been making their names and making their waves in their respective countries here, as you have Nikolai White going head to head with Kobe Durst here. And this is, again, it's that truly a showcase of two guys that they haven't even, I feel like, hit their peaks in their respective careers.
Not even close. They're both very similar in terms of their status right now, in terms of like they're young in the game, but they're making a name for themselves and they're tearing up the fucking house. Nikolai is our guy. Nikolai called himself the ace of IFC. Nikolai's on every single show. He's won every single match he's been in. He's tore it up. Desmond Cole, Christian Robinson, Vinny Pacifico. All three guys I just named are all young guns in this business as well. Now you got Kobe Durst, young gun of Canada. The Diamond Tiger, Kobe Durst, who I've seen work the past few months in Super Kicked. He's been tearing it up, man. He's been tearing it up. And this match possibly is another sleeper match that I think a lot of people are going to be like, holy shit. This match is one of the matches I'm the most excited for as well.
And again, it's
put my money's on Nikolai White. Sorry. Yeah. Nikolai's my boy. Come on.
Well, Kobe, you got to drink more water, my guy.
There you go. Even Nino saying it too. That's it. He's putting his money.
I respect Aquaman Nikolai White. Yo. Nah, I need Nikolai to come out in fucking green and orange gear. Some Aquaman shit. Have like a fucking blonde or like yellow bandana or some shit. Where the fuck he wears.
Oh man. But there you go. I'm starting to see a little bit of that favoritism toward the Northeast guys, but
what the fuck do you expect?
It's expected.
These are my guys.
I get it. Again, I'm gonna stay unbiased here. I got to. for the podcast purposes. Want to make sure no one.
I'll
gets
tell you.
offended.
I'll tell you if there's somebody from Superkick like I that I favor. Like obviously you got Jesse V. Jesse V's that dude.
Yeah.
Jesse V's gonna fucking go out there and tear it up. Taylor, I put over Taylor Rising like crazy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Again, I'm just saying it's a little.
I love Anastasia, but come on. Like I'm like, listen.
Let's keep it going.
Listen, it's good.
Let's move on to this one. Let's talk.
This match is awesome.
Let's talk some tag team action here, as it will be First Class going head to head with. I don't want to mess up their last name, so if you guys could.
Pretty Ricky, Wildy, and Bradford Montague.
There you go. Thank you.
Yo, this match. Oh man, this match is gonna be so good. Primero clase.
Yeah.
Come on, against Pretty Ricky and Bradford. Now listen, I'm gonna put over Pretty Ricky and Bradford real quick. Bradford is an old school throwback, 80s throwback kind of guy. He looks in phenomenal shape. He's tall. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna rep the old school style. He's gonna put a show for everybody. And then you got Pretty Ricky. Oh, Pretty Ricky. Do me a favor, because there's not anything I could say that will justify just how good Pretty Ricky is. Go on YouTube, look up Pretty Ricky Wildy. Let's watch any of his matches, and you'll know exactly why I'm excited to have him in the Mecca, July 7th.
Gotcha. No, I have to do a little research here to see what they bring to the table. Because again, we've seen what First Class can do. We know what they do. They truly are
very familiar with First Class.
A dominant group, no matter what members you talk about. Right there, you got Big Cuzzo in there. The inaugural, I should say as well. Fallout champion. He's on some momentum. So
well deserved for him, by the way. By the way, congrats, Cuzzo, for that. If you're watching, congrats, bro. Well deserved.
I'll be talking to Cuzzo next Thursday. Actually, we'll be having Cuzzo on, so I'll get to hear his thoughts going into this matchup as well. And again, he's riding the wave. He's riding the party right now. So I don't think he's gonna want to stop the party on July 7th.
Man, listen, this is Pretty Ricky and Bradford, though, man. Like, I First Class is good. They're a little too cocky for my liking, and Pretty Ricky and Bradford are gonna be the two dudes to humble them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, then, and that's coming from again El Unico, the guy that, like I said, I put it in the post yesterday. Judy Torres is his favorite wrestler here.
That's right.
Like you're a little flashy when it comes to it sometimes, bro. Like you're gonna say they a little too much.
Yo, listen, I'm crazy, Barton. All right, there's some things you can't teach, and you can't teach charisma, baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, I got
you. Can't teach confidence. All right.
We got Nino saying my man Montague could have been part of the Smoking Guns. He does have that look to him.
He does.
He does have that look that
Billy Barton Bradford, bro. Come on.
It could have made sense. But
that's awesome.
Alex, have you gotten to see a little more of the team here, or are we we're learning about the opponents?
I'm like you, Ray. I'm still learning.
They're still in review. Hopefully after this everyone checks them out, because they're all fucking phenomenal guys. Like
gotcha.
When I say that the quality of talent in Canada is like, it's next level. Like, think about some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. The great wrestlers of all time, a lot have come from Canada. You got Edge, Jericho, Bret Hart, fucking all these guys, right? I could list more. I almost said a name I shouldn't say, but
yeah.
But you have all these guys that have come from Canada.
Yeah.
Lance Storm. I can go on and on and on.
Good. They're truly, it showcases a style. It's again, there's a true respect for the craft there in Canada. No pun intended. Tie it back.
I like that.
Let's keep it going.
Keep it going.
Because again, we talked about one of their staple matches. Let's talk about a staple match here for IFC, as it will be the Fire Frenzy returns on July 7th here.
Let's
and
go.
Look at already who's announced. We have Kono in there. We got Sebastian Cage in there. He's been in the chat all day. We got Nito Cruz in there.
I just realized they spelled my boy Nino's name wrong. That's crazy.
Damn, who's doing these graphics?
Hey, yo, Isaac, I need my refund, bro.
Damn, Isaac. We got Rob Killjoy in there. We got Matt Burns, and then we have Bacon in there. Bacon just makes his way everywhere.
Yo, Bacon is the GOAT, bro.
So, damn, Nino's gonna be like, I was here the whole time and they couldn't spell my name.
Yeah, where Nino was supporting the whole stream, and
just to make sure
he just can't catch a break.
Nino Cruz. We're gonna put a random comment of his there. Look at this. Hold on.
Bro, I know. Damn, it's up.
Which is also, it's like
Take it up with
his
Isaac.
name. I feel like is the easiest that you shouldn't be
It's
able to.
4
miss.
letters, bro. How do you fuck it up?
It's like Cruz is it's the easiest one.
Listen,
I've never seen him spoken in
I
that.
get it. Isaac's working with Noah now. All right, like he has his mind occupied on other things. I get it. I love you, Isaac. No, all love, Papa. First, you put the burger on the grill. If he watches, he'll pop for that. All right, little inside joke. But yeah, man, this match, like, man, the dudes in this match is crazy. You got Kono, who's been doing this shit forever. Man, who's been in a lot of scrambles throughout his time. Man, who knows the do's and don'ts of it, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Then you got Sebastian Cage representing First Class. Another man who's no stranger to the scramble match.
And he's making.
Then he was in a scramble match with me for the very, speaking of Isaac, the very first VXS show of 2020.
There you go.
It was me, Sebastian, TJ, phenomenal, right? Then you got Nino Cruz. Nino Cruz has been in a scramble the past 2 IFC events. And you know what? And, third time could be a charm. Who knows? Nino could get that victory. Then you got Rob Killjoy, the We Are Wrestling heavyweight champion. Man, Rob Killjoy, if I had to pick a favorite in this match, it's probably Rob Killjoy.
I can't help but agree just because of the experience factor there. Again, this isn't Rob Killjoy, but it's also Kono's another one that has that same amount of experience factor. Those are 2 that's going to be hard to pick between, just because, again, both, this isn't their first rodeo for either. Both have done their time in the business. Both have taught a lot of greats in this business. You look at the lineage of what Kono has produced and also what Rob Killjoy has produced. This is going to be a hard one to decide here.
I agree. And then you got Matt Burns, big motherfucker from Canada, a man who has won his previous scrambles and super kicks. So Matt Burns in there, biggest dude in the match, biggest dude. You'll see him, bro. You'll see he's a big. When you come July 7th, you'll see big bastard, bro. He ain't nothing to play with either. He's freakish. He's freakishly athletic as well, bro. I've seen this man jump out there. I'm like, yo, bro, there's no way. Like,
well, then again, July 7th, it's in the Mecca. So again, that adds some lenience to what you could expect in a matchup like this. But
man,
again, we're gonna
break that ring, man.
Bring the factor of there is a mystery participant. There is someone that isn't announced.
That's right.
Like, you never know who could possibly be making their way. Be it someone from Super Kick, be it someone that's been in IFC, maybe someone that's never competed in either. You never know what could happen.
Only way to find out is pull up July 7th.
That's right. That's the only way y'all gonna find out.
There you go. You guys are gonna want to get your tickets. If you haven't already, make sure you go to the link down below in the description. Get your tickets. Be there on July 7th. That's gonna be a busy weekend for wrestling too. So go start your weekend at IFC and Super Kicked. So it's
start your weekend right with some Inferno Fight Club.
There you go.
Oh,
look at that. Nino already saying we all know who's winning. He's winning. There you go.
Yo, listen, Nino. If Nino could pull it off, bro. Don't sleep on Nino Cruz, bro. Don't sleep on Nino Cruz. He's also been making his name in Super Kick. He was in the fucking 4-way ladder match main event.
There you go.
So don't sleep on Nino.
I gotta put my money on somebody. I'm gonna put it on Nino.
Hey,
there you go. We got
the W this time.
My boy Alex with the pick for Nino Cruz, man. Yo, listen.
Nino approved by the bosses here. We getting some Nino love. Again, I gotta stay unbiased.
Nino love. It's like a fucking wrestler.
I gotta stay unbiased. Again, Nino's my boy. He's been on the podcast, but I gotta stay unbiased. I'm not making picks on this show. I'm just
gotcha.
I'm going with we're putting out the info. And there we go. Nino saying, "Let's go, Alex." There you go.
That's my boy.
Show love. But there is another announcement we can't make. The team for that night. Commentary has been announced.
That's
we
right.
got a veteran in the house. We got Theo, Monster Mac going to be making the calls there with Pete Rosado.
That's right.
That's a team right there. That's a great team to call the action there.
Listen, you got the voice of a generation, Pete Rosado. Pete Rosado's been on every single IFC event. I've known Pete for such a long time. And for him to come into IFC and bring in his expertise, it's going to be dope. And then obviously You got the monster, Steve Monster Mac, an OG, man. You know what? Like, I wanted a unique commentary team for this event. I'll be honest. There's been a lot of people who were suggested to us, a lot of people that have come up. I wanted to think a little bit outside the box. I reached out, and Monster Mac was down. And, you know, to have Monster Mac on the show, someone who I grew up watching, someone who I was blessed to be in the ring with, someone I have nothing but respect for, to have him a part of IFC, especially in that regard where, you know, he can talk to the young talent, give him advice, where he can be on commentary, working with Pete Rosado, giving his expertise, giving his insight, you know, for the people watching at home. Like, that to me is phenomenal. And commentary is such an important factor in a wrestling event that people don't understand. You know what I mean? And like, I know you do commentary as well. No disrespect, but Theo Mac took your spot. So if you got a problem with anybody, you're gonna have to go settle it with Monster Mac.
If there's anyone that I have no issue with being the one that takes my spot, it's Theo Mac.
I'm about to say he fucking give you a lariat for day. He'll lariat you off your shoes, bro.
All I'm saying, I can't complain about Theo Mac being the one that takes my spot. Now, if it would have been anyone else, then I was gonna be like, yo, listen, you want to bring in the best, it could have been me.
Exactly.
But again, Theo Mac, he takes that place. It's all good.
Now, I think he's gonna bring something good. I think he's gonna bring something unique to the event. I'm excited for that.
It's the veteran experience. And there we go. We got Nikolai White saying
yo, we was putting you over like 20 minutes ago, bro. Where the fuck he was at?
Yo, everyone's coming with the tape delay. I don't know.
Watch wrestling.net. All right, they're watching some illegal stream that's freezing up, and like they're like,
oh, y'all gotta come to the actual stream. Give me my numbers, man. But
yeah, come on, bro.
It's one of those where I can't complain. Again, it's Theo Mac in there. He brings that expertise in there. Over 20 years of experience, that knowledge is something that you want on your commentary team. So I get that. I can't be too mad at that.
Exactly.
It's one of those. But again, if Theo Mac does want to take a break, then you guys know who to call.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you get your tickets. We have gone over this stacked card right here for IFC and Superkick presenting this show on July 7th. And one of those things that you always have to say, I'm going to steal a line from some more Theos in the business. Always expect the unexpected, because you never know what else is going down on July 7th, because we've gone over what's confirmed, but there's a lot that might still be going down that you don't know unless you're in the building or unless you're following IFC. Make sure you go follow them on their social media right there on Instagram. Follow them at IFC Pro Wrestling. Follow them on Twitter as well at IFC Pro Wrestling. Also, go follow this guy right here. Go follow the Bushwick Beast himself. Go follow El Unico, Chris Barton, on his social media. So you stay up to date on all things right there. So that way, again, you stay up to date. You're in ready, and you're getting ready for July 7th, because truly, it's going to be an event like none other.
That's right.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me here. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I did forget to do something. So before we let Alex go, I have to ask him this question, because everyone has to answer this.
That's right. I've answered before. I'll let him answer. I'll put myself on mute.
Yeah. So Alex, we have to ask you. We're on the podcast here. It's called Respect the Craft. It's usually the first question, but I let it slide. It's your first podcast, so we'll ask it now before we let you go. When you hear that term, the craft, what does that mean to you?
Oh, the craft. I mean, I kind of, when I think of craft, I think of like art. I think of work. Yeah. Sorry, I'm overthinking a little bit.
It's okay. Again, it's all good.
It's very important to perfect your perfection, if that makes sense. I don't know this shit.
It's all good, man. We're almost done with this. We've gone through it.
Pretty much perfecting your profession, making it better every day. Become better than what you were yesterday.
There you go. Again, short and sweet. It's simple, but again, effective right there. And that's how we end it right there. Guys, thank you again for joining us here. To everyone watching, like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you get your tickets. Link in the description down below. Also, the link to go follow both IFC and Chris Barton down there as well. Make sure you're staying up to date with all this. as a lot more insane stuff is coming through. So, guys, as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.